Picture this. You're planning your perfect Florida getaway. Naturally, you're picturing white sand and a beach towel, right? But what if relying strictly on the shoreline means you're just signing up for heavy island traffic and constantly fighting for parking? Seriously, what if the absolute best part of your coastal vacation isn't actually on the beach at all, but waiting for you just beyond the horizon?
Well, welcome to today's Explainer. We are so excited to uncover a massive insider secret with you, how to completely transform a standard landlocked beach trip into a fully customized coastal adventure. Today, we're zeroing in on Florida's Anna Maria Island and discovering exactly why you need to step off the sand and onto your own private deck to truly unlock the magic of this place.
Okay, let's dive right in. Here's our roadmap for today's insider guide. First, escaping crowded shores. Then, prime destinations, wildlife etiquette, why choose a pontoon? And finally, essential preparation. So, Section 1, escaping the crowded shores, beyond the sand. Look, there is a stark contrast between a traditional vacation and the true local experience. The traditional route, it usually means sharing super crowded shores, sticking to the really rigid schedules of commercial boat tours, and battling heavy island traffic just to grab a quick bite. But securing a private boat rental, that gives you total 100% autonomy. You can completely bypass those public beaches, discover these incredible secluded mangrove coves that are literally impossible to reach by car, and claim your very own private stretch of sand right in the middle of the bay. You get to set the exact pace for your group. Moving right along to Section 2, prime Gulf Coast destinations, mapping your itinerary. First up on our map is Egmont Key State Park, located just north of Anna Maria Island. Because it's accessible exclusively by boat, it is an absolute mandatory stop for your trip. Once you drop anchor, you can literally snorkel right around sunken fortress ruins, explore a historic 1800s lighthouse, and walk along beautiful beaches completely undisturbed by commercial development. Oh, and keep your eyes peeled. You might have to share the sandy trails with the island's resident gopher tortoises. Don't worry, they definitely aren't in a rush. Now let's look at the other side of boating culture, the local sandbars. If your idea of a perfect afternoon involves wading in beautiful waist-deep water, Jewfish Key is exactly where you want to be. You just anchor your boat, toss in a floating cooler, and socialize with other boaters under the warm Florida sun. Because the water here is shallow and highly protected from the strong surf, it is the ultimate stress-free zone, especially for families with young children. There's no fighting rogue waves here. But hey, if the sandbar party isn't really your speed and you're craving absolute peace and quiet, head over to Passage Key. This was actually once a full island, but shifting tides and hurricanes have transformed it into a serene, protected bird sanctuary. Now, just a heads up, to protect the fragile nesting sites, you actually cannot walk on the dry land here, but simply circling the area from the water provides some of the most incredible birdwatching opportunities you will find anywhere on the Gulf Coast. All right, on to Section 3, wildlife encounters and etiquette, respecting the locals. Honestly, one of the most thrilling parts of this whole experience, you are right in the middle of Florida's wild marine habitat. Bottlenose dolphins are incredibly frequent companions out there. They'll often playfully surf the wake right behind your passing boat. And if you look up, the skies completely belong to pelicans, ospreys, and those majestic great blue herons. It's truly awe-inspiring. Then, during the warmer months, you get some very special visitors, the West Indian manatees. These are the true gentle giants of the water. They move so slowly just beneath the surface of the shallow seagrass beds as they migrate into the intracoastal waterway. It is an amazing thing to witness, but remember, stepping into their ecosystem requires a lot of responsibility on our part. So the absolutely crucial point here is how we respect these locals. When you're operating your vessel, you must always maintain a safe distance and strictly obey all marked idle speed zones. This is vital to avoid striking these slow-moving animals. And here is a true insider tip. Wear polarized sunglasses. They cut the water's glare, making it so much easier to spot a manatee's snout the very second it breaks the surface for air. It's a real game changer. Section 4. Why choose a pontoon? The ultimate vessel. So, for families and larger groups looking to cruise the bays comfortably, a pontoon boat is pretty much unmatched. You get these incredibly stable, spacious flat decks, which are absolutely perfect for setting up a picnic lunch while still being able to move around easily. You have built-in shade from the bimini tops to block out that intense afternoon sun, and crucially, a shallow draft that lets you glide right up to those hidden sandbars we talked about. It perfectly accommodates everyone, literally from energetic toddlers to grandparents.
And here is a massive tip for maximizing your vacation value: consider multi-day rentals. Instead of rushing back to the marina trying to meet some strict single-day return time, a multi-day rental allows you to seamlessly integrate boating right into your daily summer routine by docking directly at your vacation home. Plus, paying a flat rental fee for a private pontoon is often a highly cost-effective alternative compared to buying individual tickets for your whole family on a crowded commercial tour.
And finally, Section 5, Essential Rules and Preparation Before You Set Sail. Okay, let's talk logistics. First up, driver requirements. Reputable local providers enforce some pretty strict rules. Specifically, the captain must be at least 30 years old. Now, it might sound a bit strict at first, but this policy ensures a highly responsible, family-oriented environment out on the water for everyone, keeping the whole experience relaxing and, most importantly, safe. Now, what exactly does the year 1988 mean for your trip? Well, in the state of Florida, anyone born on or after January 1st, 1988, absolutely must possess a valid Florida Boating Safety Education Identification Card to operate a motorboat of 10 horsepower or greater. But hey, if you're visiting from out of state, don't worry. Florida fully recognizes equivalent boater safety cards issued by your home state, and you can easily grab a temporary certificate online before you even arrive. Listen, even if you're an expert boater back home, local knowledge is non-negotiable. Florida weather can shift in the absolute blink of an eye, and rapid afternoon thunderstorms are practically a daily summer tradition here. So always check your coastal weather and tide charts before heading out, and be sure to use your provided local charts. Staying strictly within those geographical boundaries ensures you remain in safe, navigable areas the whole time. Last but not least, your packing list. The reflection of the sun off the Gulf waters intensely amplifies your UV exposure, so you need to pack generously. Bring UPF-rated shirts, wide-brimmed hats, and most importantly, reef-safe sunscreen to protect the exact marine ecosystems we just talked about. Throw in plenty of fresh drinking water and a waterproof bag for your phone, and you are totally good to go.
The pristine bays, the incredibly diverse wildlife, and the hidden island gems of Florida's Gulf Coast are all out there just waiting to be explored. But as we've seen today, you really can experience them to the fullest while fighting for space on a crowded beach. So I'll leave you with this thought. Instead of just visiting the coast, are you ready to take the helm, dictate your own adventure, and experience the true magic of the water?